Good day. Let us now continue our discussion for our topic under e-communication. We already discussed what is an email, what is a blog. Now let us proceed to the next e-communication, which is an instant message or IM or text message. Okay, so messaging is a real-time conversation that can take place either online or a mobile device. In spite of its informal and instantaneous nature, the company's instant text messaging services should be used cautiously. Okay, so as we all know, messaging or sending message through our smartphones or through our phones itself is somewhat very convenient. Okay, wherever you are, whenever you are, as long as you have your load, you could send a message instantly. Okay, and according to our notes, it's a real-time conversation. Why? Because at the very moment you can really construct a sentence, then send it. So, but then again, it is informal and instantaneous in nature. When we say instantaneous, meaning from the word itself, instant, meaning if the message really need a reply or response right away, so instant message or text message is very convenient. Though this is informal or instantaneous, but let us be cautious in using this e-communication. So here are some of the guidelines in using instant messages or text message in the workplace. Though we use email, though we use maybe our website, if you have website or blog, but then again, in some point, there are companies or businesses wherein they use texting or they use instant messaging as part of their communication to to the client or within the business. Number one that we need to consider is stay connected. Okay, this is very familiar. When we say stay connected, of course, for instant messaging applications like we are familiar with the use of Messenger, or in some countries they use WeChat, IMO, and so on and so forth. Okay, so those are examples of instant messaging applications. Always indicate whether you are away, busy, or offline. When you are using this e-communication, this instant messaging applications class, it is very important to indicate if you are available, if you are busy, or you're not you are doing something at the very moment. Why? Because again, this is for instantaneous. This texting message or sending message is instantaneous in nature, meaning the person on the other side of the phone or on the other side of the phone is somewhat expecting for your reply instantly, okay, or right away. Maybe that is an urgent application or reply or urgent respond, but then again you need to indicate whether you are away, busy, or offline. Okay, to give awareness to the person the other side. Now you can also set an auto reply which contains details where your colleagues can contact you whenever you will not be around. Like for example, there are some Facebook pages that if you want to contact them, to message them, they already have some auto reply. Okay, meaning those are the question or the respond that is somewhat meaning they use it oftentimes. Okay, so note, texting while driving or operating machinery is strictly prohibited. Okay, that is not we are not tolerating those drivers who are driving and at the same time also texting. Or let's say you are operating a machinery and at the same time you are also texting. No, we are strictly prohibiting those kind of acts. Why? It could bring to accident. The worst, it could bring death to someone. So that's why we are not tolerating those kind of acts. Those kinds of acts, those are all prohibited. Okay, what is more important is our safety. If you want to text, let's say you are driving and the message really needs an urgent or instant reply. You may stop your car for a while, then try to text. Okay, stop your car, of course, at the side of the road. Okay, then reply the message. But then again, while you are driving, then texting, that is not applicable, or that is not acceptable. Okay, such behavior will not be tolerated just for the sake of staying connected. Yes, just like what I've said a while ago. Again, if you really need to reply for something because that is emergency, that is in urge, so you can stop for a while, okay, at the side of the road, then you can reply for the message. Okay, but then again, driving while texting is prohibited. Now, next guideline is always ask if the other person is available for messaging. Yeah. Okay, this is being ethical. Okay, the person you will send a message might be in a meeting or on the road. So it is better of you if you will ask if he or she is available. That's true also. Again, okay, you are not getting all of the time of the person, so therefore it is better if you're going to ask the person if he is available or she is available that time, for you to expect, okay, not to expect too much. Okay, if they will reply that they are busy, meaning you are not expecting an instant reply maybe from the person. Okay, because you understand the situation. But then again, if the person will say that he or she is available, then that is the time you could talk to the person, or you can expect an instant reply. Now, next, if the person is busy, take note of this, ask about a better time to chat. Okay, let's say the person is busy right now at this very moment. Okay, do not force the person to reply to you right away. Okay, so you better ask the person when is the right time for him to chat with you. Okay, it is not like your girlfriend, wherein sometimes when you are lovers, right, you want the other person to reply right away, especially if the girlfriend is waiting for your reply. Definitely, if you are the boyfriend, you will reply right away because you are afraid of your girlfriend. But no, in the business world, in the workplace, you need to be ethical. Okay, next, it is discourteous to bombard someone with queries if you haven't received any response from that person. Okay, one text at a time, one question at a time, one let's say one query at a time. Do not bombard the person. Let's say you're asking someone, and let's say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you were not able to receive any response. Do not ask him or the person another question. Do not bombard the person with queries. No, one question at a time. Okay, that is being ethical. Maybe the person is still busy, so at the time when the person is let's say will look on his phone and will found out or will see your queries. Okay, if you are bombarding the person, definitely he could not answer it. Why? There's a lot of queries. Okay, where is that person needs to start replying, so he may not have the idea anymore. So therefore, okay, do not bombard. It is discourteous, disrespectful. Again, one query at a time. Next is, because this is an instant messaging, okay, or text messaging, keep your message short. If you want to send a person a very long message, use an email. Okay, texting is not the right appropriate medium to use. Okay, so keep your message short. What do we mean by this? Go straight to the point right away and do not inject unnecessary pleasantries. Okay, let's say you are do not go around the bush. Okay, get straight to the point. If that is a question, ask it right away. Okay? If you need a reply, kindly tell the person that you need a reply uh, instantly. But then again, it depends to the status of the person, if he or she is not busy at all. But then again, if the person is busy, you need to wait. Okay, so go straight to the point. Do not use unnecessary words. Like for example here, this one, how was your weekend? But we Filipinos, we are fond of somewhat not really going straight to the point. Okay, sometimes if you your main purpose or your main goal is to really to ask something from the person, but then again, before we ask that, so what we're doing, we Filipinos, we first ask if how is the person's day, how is she, how is her life. Then after a couple of minutes, that was the time we're going to ask. Okay, but then again, this is the guideline, meaning this is the right thing to do, this is the appropriate thing to do. Keep your message short and therefore go straight to the point right away. Okay, right away. Next. Okay, almost connected with what I have discussed a while ago. Write about one topic at a time. This is what I'm talking about a while ago. Keep the conversation flowing in one direction. Again, okay, especially if you don't want to mix up the conversation through the use of your smartphones, you need to have one topic at a time. Okay? One topic at a time. If you want to have a smooth flow of conversation, do not open two or three different topics in one message exchange. Okay? Because if I will be the one to receive that kind of message, I don't know how would I answer. I don't know how would I reply. I didn't know how to reply at two or three topics at the same time. Because so it is somewhat an effort on my side. But then again, it is better if you ask one question or one topic at a time. You discuss one topic at a time. This is to avoid the somewhat misunderstanding. Okay, and to mix up the conversation. Next, avoid text speak. What do we mean by text speak? So avoid acronyms and abbreviations such as BRB for be right back, CUL8R for see you later. Okay, especially when writing to an international reader who may not understand them. Again, though in nature, text messaging or using instant messaging application is informal in nature, but then again, let us, being ethical, let us try to avoid using acronyms and abbreviations that wouldn't cater your international reader. Let's say your business is, or your workplace, your work that you're doing, okay, it is somewhat connected to international community, connected to international society. Of course, let us try to avoid acronym and abbreviations that is intended only for Filipinos. Like for example, this one, the BRB. Who knows from the other countries or foreigners what do we mean by BRB? To us Filipino, it is a Filipino thing. When we say BRB, be right back, that's fine. It is understandable if you are talking to Filipino. But then again, if you are talking to foreigners and you are sending this kind of acronym, let's say you use DepEd, okay? Who knows what DepEd means from the other countries, right? Because they have their own version of Department of Education. So again, let us try to avoid acronyms and abbreviations intended only for Filipinos. Remember, you are catering international reader. So meaning, if you want to somewhat acronym or abbreviate to shorten a word, make sure that it is also understandable to other foreign reader. Okay? Next, it is advised to use correct spelling, right? Punctuation whenever you are texting. Yes, that is true. Though again, texting is informal in nature, but then again, because you are catering an international audience, you need to be careful with your spelling. Though I know, we Filipinos, we fond of really abbreviating, shortening the words. Yes, that's a Filipino thing. But then again, I keep on reminding you, if you are catering to a foreign individual, you need to be aware of your spelling and even your punctuations. Okay? If we Filipinos are fond of using exclamation point, okay, that's fine with us. Okay, that is how we show emphasis, right? But then again, to some culture, to some foreign guests, they might misinterpret that. They might misinterpret your message as if you are angry with them, you are mad at them. Okay, so therefore avoid text speak. That is what we mean when we say text speak. Okay, next, be professional. Yes, of course, especially if you are using instant messaging applications and text messaging as part of the business. You need to be professional. What do we mean by that? You might be prompted to choose or encode a user name in some instant messaging apps, right? Like for example, in Messenger, in WeChat. In that case, choose a username that would best represent you. Okay, like for example, this one. This is a formal way, or these are formal surnames. Okay, like JL de la Cruz, Juan de la Cruz, Juan Lopez de la Cruz, for your username. But then again, if you will use, let's say, Juan de la Cruz, mapagmahal. Oh, that is inappropriate. That is informal. Let us be professional, class. Okay, especially if you are using a text messages or an instant messaging application for your business, you need to be professional. When talking with others, make sure that the tone and style of your message are polite and business like. This is to avoid misinterpretation, class. Okay? Okay.